Welcome, everyone, to the Onward Master League. I'm your host, Wookie, with just one E, and I'm joined today by my co-caster, Triple Nipple. How you doing, Trip?
I'm doing pretty good. Looking forward to this last weekend of Onward Season 9.
No
It's going to be
kidding.
a good one.
It went by so fast. It feels like just the other day, I feel like Season 9 started, and here we are. It's at the end of the line. But yeah.
14 weeks.
14 long weeks. Man, this matchup, though, I'm excited for. I was looking at the stats between these two, and they played. So VRATH got pretty close to beating BossFight the first time they played the season earlier on, and I have a feeling that we're going to see another close game between these two teams.
Yeah, these two haven't played each other a whole lot. Looking back at the past history, we've got 2 in Season 8 and 1 so far this season. And last season, it went 1 to VRATH, 1 to BossFight, and they were all very close games. So, you know, it could go either way. They do scrim a lot with the EU teams being, having less teams to practice against. They get to know each other very well, and I think we see a lot more of that team-specific strategy come out when we watch EU teams fight each other.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, I think that they all have a similar play style because they kind of stick to their own ecosystem when it comes to scrims and matches for the most part. Curious to see how this unfolds, though. Why don't we talk about map bans?
Yeah, so we have bans on the BossFight side. They're banning Tanker. And on the VRATH side, they're banning Downfall. Which, if we take a look at the history, I think the Downfall ban is pretty smart. It looks like VRATH has only won that 5 out of 15 times they've played it, so not their best map, and BossFight's pretty good at it.
Yeah, and I understand why VRATH would ban Downfall for sure. I mean, I think that BossFight are very talented when it comes to long-range maps, as evidenced by Quarantine. I mean, BossFight win a lot of Quarantine matches, so it might as well ban Downfall since both teams seem to play like the same 4 maps the most. Like they have an almost identical play rate and pretty similar win success on these maps. So tough choices on what to ban, but I think these are solid picks.
Yeah, and the ban from BossFight banning Tanker against VRATH seems pretty strong. 17 played and 10 wins. That's a pretty good win percentage on Tanker. And it doesn't look like BossFight also play it very often. They've only got 5 played and 2 wins. So not a whole lot of gameplay to go off of. And, that also affects your strategies and whatnot. If you haven't played it very often, you haven't adjusted your strats, they might not work out in practice. They might be good in theory, but practice is a different thing. And we have map 1. Map 1's number going to be Quarantine, like you said, these two teams' favorite maps.
It's a good map to start off on, too, I think. I mean, Downfall can be a little, depending on the teams playing, it can be like, oh, here we go, like slow start Downfall. But Quarantine, on the other hand, is a nice open map that has a lot of action, I feel like. Never really a dead moment on Quarantine.
Yeah, I think Quarantine's probably one of my favorite maps. I think it's the most balanced in terms of range and mobility.
Yeah, and all the cover that exists in the map makes sense. Like, I mean, okay, it's kind of ridiculous to have like a giant airplane nose cone and turbines and everything, but it feels good. If it's cool to hide behind a turbine and a tank that, like, how did that tank get into the center courtyard to begin with? Who knows? But
they built the walls after.
Yeah. Yes, but I like this map quite a bit, so I'm excited to see it get started on this map.
Speaking of getting started, we should be kicking off any time. We have 10 players in the lobby. On the side of BossFight, we've got Highfish, Leggle, Radarhead, Scooby-Doo, and Viper. And on the side of VRATH, we've got Snowbird, Bobby Ain't Sad, Tom of Poland, Gaylord Zik, and El Vegas as a reservist, I believe.
Yes. I hope Tom of Poland got some sleep. I know he was up all night making maps for the deadline, so hopefully he got a good night's rest. He's going to need it for this matchup. kind of surprising though that they don't have a 5th player and that they needed a reservist. So that will really spice things up, I think, because Vegas is a great player. And I mean, in the past, like we mentioned, VRATH has been really close to beating BossFight, so maybe that reservist will come into play here. Although it always is like rough to have like a 5th player that's not acclimated with your strats. I will say that.
Yeah, Vegas is a great player, formerly of Legionnaires, and I agree. That's why a lot of teams, when they pull in a reservist, they want to get someone that they've played with before, either a previous member of their team or a reservist they've used previously, or someone that they just have fill their scrims and practices and whatnot, so that they know what they're doing more or less.
Yeah, more or less is a good way of putting it. Things change, strats update and adapt, but and I've seen some, like, I don't know, I don't want to get too controversial here on OML, but I have seen some, teams be like, oh, you're just using X members as reservists. Well, in this case, that's not a problem, but like you mentioned, like there have been moments where other teams lose a member and they become a reservist, and then they come in later, and that's a very powerful reservist pick. You get that flexibility when you need it. But I mean, I think that just goes to show you should play with reservists more often, like in comp lobbies and stuff, and scrim. It doesn't hurt to scrim with reservists either. Just to get that dynamic going in case you ever do need them.
Yeah, I know people have strong feelings about the reservists right now, how the process should be used and all of that, and I agree there could be some tweaking. But, reservists are there for when you have a last-minute fallout and you can't get your 5-man team.
Show must go on. I love the reservists personally. I think it's an awesome mechanic of the league. I don't want to see it go anywhere. I guess we should do a quick shout out to our sponsors while we wait for this match to get underway. Pro2 VR, if you need a good gun stock, I swear by them. I love my Mag 2 for my index from Pro2. And of course, VR Cover, if you need a hygienic way of cleaning your face mask on your headset, that's a great way to get that leather VR cover for your headset. And then, of course, we got the new ones, Fixed Gaming, which provides music for content creators, and Rebuff Reality, which provides a audio solution for your headset that is different from the default one, of course.
Yeah, some off-ear attachments that they're kickstarting right now, I believe, for the Rift S and the Quest.
Yes. And I guess I should mention Arma. They provide OML's clothing line. So if you ever want to support Onward Master League or VR Master League in general, pick up some merch from Arma, and they got some pretty cool clothing.
The clothing's pretty great. I have a couple of VRML jerseys, and
yeah, it's high quality.
It's very good. I do believe that they're having a issue with supply right now, though.
I don't doubt it.
Yeah, I think everyone is.
Yeah, everyone is.
So speaking of reservist, if you had to pull in a reservist into your match, would you, A, tell them go here and do this, or would you say, B, where do you normally go and adjust your strats based on what your wild card's going to do?
Are you talking about wild card for the finals?
No, just the reservist being the wild card.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I think you have to play with reservists to some degree. Like if you just get like a completely random reservist, even if they are really good, it can be detrimental sometimes. It depends. Like it depends on your strategies and how you approach each match, I suppose. And like we've had Mayhem have had like some reservists in the past. Like thankfully this season we're a full team, so we haven't needed to use a reservist. But last season we definitely had to use a few because just travel and work and everything. So it did change the dynamic though, like entirely. Like we would be like, all right, Mr. Reservist, you're gonna go get pushed out forward, and we'll be back here. And it's just kind of like you just kind of bet on that reservist ability to stay alive.
I think I heard the beeps, and we're gonna kick off round 1.
We sure did. Let's dive into round 1.
We're starting off with the East objective. You know,
This is
people
a
have
hard
mixed
one.
feelings about it. Is it hard to defend or hard to attack?
Hard to attack. Easy to defend, I think.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Scooby already found Gaylord. He is downed. Was he trying to do a cross over there?
No, he's trying to get into the upstairs
Ah, yes.
of the hotel, and he didn't make it into the door.
He is
He
so
is still resable, but man,
he's so close. And they're baiting him too. I don't think they want to go for that confirm just to get some guy to go for a revive up on that hotel. Looks like Tomapulin might attempt to go for it. Drone does come out. I bet that's from Scooby.
Oh man, Tom is on one today. He's just sitting there in spawn making call outs. Vegas, however, over here in the dunes, it's gonna have a pretty good line on to what it looks like Viper might have seen him.
Bobby trying to shoot down that drone, but it doesn't quite work out for him. It's still buzzing around. Will be interesting to see how VRATH utilizes this reservist, though. I like to see Vegas down there in the South Dunes. That's a nice way to do that. You keep your reservist kind of extended away from everyone, and your core group of players tight near OBJ.
I wonder now. So Vegas rotated into the 5-story Southwest 5-story. I think he got seen on purpose and then just ran away.
Oh, smart play.
And so that they have to keep watching the dune.
Yeah. It's an interesting position, too, by Bobby. He is, I want to say, taking a page out of your book, Trip. I feel like I've seen you play this corner before, and it's worked out pretty well.
Don't tell people my strats.
Whoopsies. We are.
Yeah, it's a great position because you can watch that money trucks and the North Cross, and if someone tries to push around, or if someone gets too close to objective, say they go down towards the tow trucks, you have the ability to flank much easier.
Yeah, I think tow trucks is the best approach on this objective.
Boss fight, 3 minutes left.
Bill, I think we need to deal with him. I think we do need to deal with him.
Scooby and Legel trying to figure out who to deal with. I think I see Vegas out in the distance running around to the South Dunes. He's just doing a good job staying mobile. He's not staying in any particular position. Scooby-Doo just running to tow trucks without any issues. But
I think they know that Bobby is there.
Yeah, because of the drone earlier. He tried to shoot it down, and he never repositioned. And Scooby's going to find him, I think. Yep. Completely caught off guard. This is not looking good for VRATH. They really needed that guy to be in the motel, so that was a nice pick early on by Scooby.
Now Vegas is rotating around the southeast building? Yeah, that's the east.
Yeah, this north approach from BossFight is really strong. Meanwhile, the center 2 Marsoc players are not really in a hurry. I think that Vegas is just slowing down the south wing.
Scooby just called out Vegas. Oh, is that a...
That was an M203, I
203?
think.
Yeah.
Wow.
Down and out. That's what it's good for.
Yep, sure is. It's so hard to aim with that thing too, and there's a million like different objects that can hit.
High fish coming up on objective now. Tom prone in objective building should hear this. He C4s him, but he doesn't get it in time.
Wow. And I didn't even see Vegas go down.
I didn't either.
Yeah, it looks like he didn't drop. We do have a member on VRATH that seems to have dropped. Bobby. Bobby ain't sad. Nonetheless, a great push by BossFight on round 1. Kind of what I expected to see out of BossFight. They've got this map pretty much dialed in.
Yeah, and they've got great callouts for this map as well. If you ever play against them, they can basically pinpoint you on any building.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And combine that with the drone. That drone was actually extremely well utilized. Figured out where Bobby was. They figured out where pretty much all the defenders were in the objective building, which is, you know, again, this is probably, in my opinion, the hardest objective to attack. And BossFight pulled it off splendidly. I mean, they only took 1 loss. Usually it's the other way around.
You know, well, now we get to see what BossFight's going to do for defense, and I can bet you that Viper's going to have his sniper rifle far in the east. I wonder if maybe he'll go for the overpass. I don't know. I don't run sniper very often, so I don't know where the best spots are. But I mean, far in the east is a great spot because it gives you coverage of both the north and the south lanes going towards objective.
Yeah, I think that's the safest bet too. I mean, getting on that overpass is just so risky. It's almost as dangerous as getting on the hotel because people are going to be looking for that early on. I think I'm going to cut us to an intermission while we wait for that 5th member of VRATH to come back. Please stay tuned. We'll see you guys on the other side. Welcome back, guys. We are going to go ahead and dive into round 2. We got all the members of VRATH back in. Sorry about that. We don't know what happened, but everyone is here and accounted for. Now, BossFight have to defend the east objective. Gonna see what VRATH do here to answer back. That's a kind of a bad smoke by Legel. I don't know. I'm not sure who threw that, but oh, Viper.
Legel putting a C4 down.
Shield center tank.
And Snowbird is running her shield at the red car there.
It's cool to see a shield pulled out by VRATH. I'm actually not too familiar with VRATH. Do they run a shield very often?
They have 2 shield players, actually. Tom and Snowbird both like to run shields.
Oh, I didn't know that they'd both do. Interesting. Yep. That's cool. They have to know that Scooby is in the motel, I want to say. Especially after all those shots at Snowbird. Who's over here in the South Dunes?
Viper.
Ooh, Viper. So far, though, VRATH opting to pretty much push from the north and the middle. What is Scooby shooting at? Oh, a drone.
I think I hit it only once. Hi, fish.
VRATH's got a pretty good spread if you pull up the overhead map here, though.
Yeah, they do. I was just about to comment on it. Although I question why that guy's way out there in wireframe in the northwest. But other than that, this is a great spread of guys and good coverage and all.
That's the drone pilot.
Ah, okay, that makes sense.
Now Tom and Snowbird over here looking for... Oh, they're going to see one. Oh, Tom doesn't see Highfish.
Dang.
Yep, he did see him. He called him out.
Tom of Poland brought that M203 as well. Love to see that. Oh, he has a laser pointer. Never mind. He does not have a laser pointer. That's just the sight for the M203. I was like, wow, Tom went all out. Laser, the M203.
Fully kitted. Mark 18.
Is there any other way? Truly?
He is watching for Scooby, it looks like.
Yeah, I like this position by Tom too. Like you tend to see a lot of people stack up on the shield and just kind of stand behind it, which I think is a really bad idea because people just pump bullets into the shield. So if you're standing above it, it's the last place you want to be. Tom just prone to the side though, ready for a refrag if she does get shot at.
Oh, Snowbird opting to go two-handed on the pistol.
Oh, interesting. I like how she balanced it on the oil drum here. Oh, no, that's what I was talking about. You stacked up on the shield, and then they just pick your little head off. A nice revive, though, from Snowbird. They're kind of
Not
committed.
even looking.
Yeah. Kind of committed, though, at this point to this position. Oh, he just misses. That M203 zoomed right over Radar Head's head. Oh, and Radar throws a bad grenade. Oh,
wow.
That almost killed him. Legel gonna peek. Oh, Tom just barely gets out of the way just in time. Oh, Tom is downed again. How is he still alive?
We're looking for a needle in all of Tom's stuff, and he's back up again.
This is incredible. Oh, Highfish finds Gaylords and El Vegas. There we go. Now we're getting some smokes from Tom. Trying to apply some pressure on that OBJ.
The callouts from Snowbird are good. I mean, they're accurately pointing out Legel and Radar.
Tom is going to be a little exposed here to the motel. Or Highfish.
Or to Highfish. Highfish finds him from tow trucks. And now it's just the Shield and Bobby. Bobby in the north. To try and make the cross behind the motel.
Yep. This is going to be really tricky for Snowbird to pull off. We're going to need to see something out of Bobby. Just kind of like take the focus off of Snowbird. And as I say that, she goes down. But Bobby does find Legel, and Highfish gets the refrag, and BossFight will go up another point on round 2. Highfish with 4 kills already.
Yeah, his
5
spot
kills.
was really good.
It was, yeah. It's good to have a defender lock down the tow trucks because that's like I said, in my opinion, it's the best way to approach this objective. So if you have defenders running around there, that's going to lock down that area of entry. Going to make it a lot harder for Marsoc to weasel their way in.
Now we're moving on to a new objective. We'll see what the strategies are for gas station garage. Southwest side of the map.
It's my favorite.
Now, what's your favorite spawn for this one, though? You can spawn north, you could spawn in the crater, you could spawn southeast.
I think southeast.
You like
my
that quick
favorite.
one?
Yeah. I don't know why. I mean, north is great too, but at this point, I kind of expect people to spawn in the north. I think people don't expect the south spawn as much. So if you are able to capitalize on that early positioning, you can get onto the, the edge of the southern hospital pretty quickly without defenders quite ready for that.
Okay. I'm writing down things. Hold on.
Oh, God, no.
Mayhem strats for
it's not like,
got it.
Luckily, we can't control where we spawn, so. Yet. Dante, I'm going to at you. We should be able to choose our insertion points. I think that'd be cool.
Everybody at Dante.
Yeah.
We're hopping into round number 3.
They can't ban us all.
And BossFight are spawning in the north. Scooby-Doo just called himself Scooby-Doo in the third person, and I love it.
He's not even on the radio yet. It's funny because that is actually good practice to do when you're using radio communications, but at this point, everyone plays together so often, it's like you just kind of recognize everyone's voices. Although I still do have problems with Cappy and Theta. Like sometimes they just sound alike.
Oh, I just refer to myself in the third person pretty much all the time, in and out of game.
Okay,
I've actually referred to myself as Trip in real life.
No way. I like the setup coming from BossFight. They've got 1 on the roof, 2 on the hill. A lot more difficult to pick off people on the hill due to that, fluctuation in the terrain.
And they've already got one pushing Viper with the sniper rifle is going for those long shots. Vegas is right here in the center burning, and he's just going to be lying and waiting for someone to come up and over that center push. I think BossFight's going to kind of burn some time here, trying to scan and clear all of the potential areas that they have to worry about.
Yeah, Viper really hustled. He's already crossing the street towards center. I wonder what what's going through his head right now.
If he gets into dunes, he has a pretty good sight through gazebo towards the objective.
Drone does come out, being flown by the guy on the roof. And it'll immediately get shot down by El Vegas. Although they do know where he is now, somewhat. They know that there's a guy in the burning rubble somewhere, so they will be ready for that. Trying to find Viper here. Oh, there he is. He's trying to snipe, I think, from that wireframe building. It's a pretty good position.
What's really impressive, the marksman class is the class that has the drone, correct?
Let me try shooting first.
Yes.
Viper is the one with the marksman class, so he gave his tablet to Scooby to fly the drone.
Ah. Yeah, we tried that once on Mayhem, but it ended up screwing us because it glitched our tablet out. So we tried to do that before, but it just never worked out. I know that Scooby-Doo probably has a way to work around that. I would love to know what it is, but he's made it a trade secret, so I don't know. Snowbird's going to be eventually ready for Viper coming around that corner, though. If he ever gets that far, which, 3 minutes on the clock, it's going to have to start. We're going to see people start pushing in pretty soon now.
Viper sees one on objective, takes the shots and misses. He was scanning for Vegas. I think that Scooby sent him there to check the center burning. And yeah, he just keeps scanning it, trying to cover his guys as they are getting ready to make that cross. So tense. 2 minutes 25 on the clock.
Yeah, they're running out of time. They're going to have to start doing something soon. Scooby is repositioning towards the mall.
Okay, Scoop's just about ready.
M203 comes out, finds nobody, however. Looks like we are going to see a push now from, who is that? Highfish. Ooh, Radar Head finds Vegas poking his little head out. Now Burning Building is completely open for Marsoc to take over. That's a pretty crucial building in taking this objective.
Yeah, and all of BossFight is kind of rushing in there. You've got Scooby, Highfish, Radar all in there. Viper shooting stuff from the South Dunes. Legel's now running around Sarlacc Pit going towards the Volk Twins. Highfish finds Tom of Poland. Minute 25 left. Radar's just going to go for it with tablet out. Radar's on objective with tablet out.
Snowbird is not going to peek. Radar Head might cap here if Gaylords doesn't just round the corner. Oh, he is typing in the code. They're not stopping
just missed him. She looked up and shot someone in burning and completely scanned over him.
Oh, man. BossFight, just like that, take map 1 with that super crucial cap.
Wow.
They just weren't ready. I hope that maybe VRATH will be warmed up now for map 2. This will be their map choice after all. So that's when you get the momentum going on your own map pick.
Yeah, you got to give them a couple of rounds, you know? Let
Yeah.
them feel like they're in the lead, and then they get over-aggressive. Complacent. That's the strategy.
It's not every day you see a 3-round quarantine, you know, but hey, it happens.
And now, we're going to move on to Subway. Going to be VRATH's map choice because they like close range, shields, all that fun stuff.
I really like this map myself, so I'm happy to see it being played here. Even though it's a little tricky flying around all the different alleyways and hallways and tunnels, it just never ends. But you know what? It's a great map.
Now the question is, how many C4 kills are we going to see?
True. I hope we see a lot.
I'm thinking, let's see. 2, 4, like 10 plus. Double-digit C4 kills. For sure.
Double digit. It might go that way, you know? It just might end up being that chaotic and hectic.
Let's take a look at the stats for these teams. Subway for BossFight used to be one of their favorites. Right now, they've got a 68% win rate on it, so not too bad. And VRATH only has 54%, and they've played it one more time. So technically, you know, BossFight has the slight advantage, plus the years of experience being around since like season 1 or 2. But the map has changed.
Yeah, it has changed quite a bit since then. Is VRATH that old?
No, BossFight.
Okay.
I don't know about VRATH. Let's see. Oh, since season 6.
Okay.
And we're going to start off with the downstairs platform objectives. We're going to see probably a push through the service tunnels. Maybe, let's see, a good 2-1 split coming down the stairs and the service tunnel. I don't know. I think if you want to cap this objective, coming down the stairs is your better option.
Yeah, I mean, if you just throw a bunch of smokes down there, cause a lot of chaos, and slip in, that's really the best way to cap on this one for sure. Coming down that long tunnel approach, it has its pros and cons, right?
I think it's more of a pressure spot than a attack. Yeah.
It really, you got to get your guy down there to flank and just catch people who might be sitting in the rail line on the tracks.
Scooby and Viper are the two running C4s this time. Let's see where they place those. Scooby running really close.
That's okay. I don't know. I think that's going to get spotted like immediately, but we'll see. Trying to hide it behind the lights with that perspective being on the ground. Wow, Radar Head immediately finds Gaylord popping out of the middle
Upstairs
tunnel.
Service tunnel.
Yeah.
The approach from
Tom,
VRATH seems a little disjointed.
Tom did not see that C4, although they are being cautious and moving ahead slowly and staying distance, but now they're starting to bunch up here. I'm afraid the C4. Well, C4 will find one, maybe two.
Now it's going to go off. It's going to find Vegas.
Yeah, not a bad situation, all things considered. Only finds one, and then they get a revive up on it. Oh, but that grenade finds Scooby and sets off Viper's own C4 that was still on his chest.
That was beautiful. Tom now shooting at radar as he runs away.
Viper just being quiet, not saying a single word. They've failed to confirm him.
Tom looting the bodies.
Highfish does take out the drone that was being used by VRATH. Just kind of scout the situation by Bobby. Viper just has to stay so quiet right now.
Stealing all of his stuff.
Yep.
There he goes. There's the call out.
Yeah, did Viper just talk?
He called out right while they were talking, and they didn't realize it.
Oh my god, he did it again, and they still did it.
There we go.
There we go. Now she noticed. Shut up. That was the... If bullets had emotions, that was the emotion behind that shot.
Radar is trapped in a corner now.
Oh, might get grenaded here.
Oh, Legel gets naded. Radar's trying to protect himself with smoke. Vegas comes around the corner firing. Objective is open.
We might see a cap come out of Tom or Vegas here. Wow. No defenders in sight. Where is everyone?
Does call the return to objective,
oh, they're
but it's
capping.
too late.
They are capping so hard right now. Cover me. I love the accents from the EU team so much. Don't kill him. Don't kill him. Let him cap.
Snowbird's in a fight. VRATH get the cap.
And they kill Highfish at the very end there as well. Beautiful round one out of VRATH on map 2. Oh, crap. I never... I'm so sorry, guys.
Did you leave the scoreboard
I
up?
left the scoreboard up. I haven't done that in a
man.
while. I've pulled a Nightfire.
It's okay. We'll just splice my recording into your... we'll make it better.
We could fix it. We have the technology.
I just can't believe it took them that long to shoot Viper. He called out like 4 times.
I know, seriously. Honestly, that was the best part. He's just talking while they're talking over him. Don't worry, folks. There will not be an overlay on round 2. I guarantee it. It's those map transitions that kind of catch me off guard sometimes.
Excuses. That was VRATH had a player picked off like immediately, and then that C4 could have gone very poorly. They didn't see it.
Yeah.
And it's just a bad timing on that pole. And then Viper's C4, I watched him place it on. He tried to throw it into the hallway, but it got magnetized to the wall on the door, and then it went off because of the frag. And I was just like, chaos, which is what happens at that entrance, right? It's all chaos.
Always. But hey, we'll see how BossFight answer back on round 2. I mean, hey, we might see a cap from BossFight. No, it's definitely not up anymore.
See, Vegas has a C4.
Tom's got a C4. Looks like he's trying to find a spot on the north stairs to put it. Oh, that's not... Tom not too happy with the placement on that one. I feel his pain. It's so hard to play C4. It just gets sucked into surfaces.
Yeah. Vegas' spot, pretty common. At least for us. Once you get picked by one of those C4s, you check all those spots, you know?
Yep. Looks like BossFight's going all in on the horseshoe overpass approach. There's like a ton of their players here. VRATH were able to do a great job staying distant from each other in the tunnels. I know the overlay was up, so it was probably hard to notice that. That's what ultimately saved VRATH on that tunnel approach. And BossFight are doing a good job, too, of social distancing themselves up here on the horseshoe overpass, especially with that drone going out. They're going to scout every approach here before actually committing to it. And they're going to check Bobby's spot. They know Bobby's there now.
Is there a way out of that tunnel? Does he have an escape plan?
No, there's no way out. He is...
Yes, there is. He can go out the back.
Can't... I don't...
Yeah.
Oh.
There's a door here. I mean, it just moves you into a...
Yeah,
hallway.
That's better than nothing, though. You're right. Wow, full rotation coming out of BossFight.
And they're just leaving their drone guy to sit and fly.
Yeah. Interesting idea there. Viper all alone with the shield. I don't know who to follow. They keep splitting up on me. I'm going to follow these guys south.
Oh, Highfish is in the overpass still.
They're trying to get an angle on Bobby, who already repositioned. He learned his lesson from quarantine, I think. Once you get called out, you gotta move. You can't stay there. Is the drone down in the tunnels?
No, it's in the north stairwell. I got it on.
Oh, Bobby finds Legel as he tries to run inside the subway car. Viper is on his body now, looting it. Oh, he got himself a nice LED-5. Bobby
Drone's trying to find him.
Bobby doing a really great job of shooting and then repositioning.
Highfish and Scooby-Doo coming down the north side of the overpass. Viper sees Bobby and calls him out. Gonna be hard for him to get anywhere as Highfish is coming into his hallway now. Highfish finds him.
Nice.
Other upstairs defender is clear. All they have to do is focus on the downstairs. 4 on 4.
Got a really good defense still coming from VRATH. They just had Bobby extended far away, but that was it. Everyone else is clustered down here. BossFight only have 2 minutes to make a move here. If they play their cards right, they can catch VRATH off guard, and then the two defenders will have a lot of distance to close on the objective. See if that C4 comes into play at all. I'm just really kind of excited to see how that plays out.
The good old smokes through the floor.
I was wondering when they were going to do that. They're rushing, though. That C4 might come into play. Does find Scooby. That was smart to push all their attackers up one at a time.
Vegas finds Viper under the shield. Now Highfish is looking for him. Vegas gets a reload, trades with Viper. Radar and Gaylord, or Radar takes down Gaylord, and now it's all up to Snowbird. And she goes down.
Oh, Radar finding that last kill. They were so close to capping, but that's still a win for BossFight.
It's a good push.
It was.
They were, it sounded like they were a little bit panicked on the time.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's because they spent too much time trying to, find that top defender, or if they just slowed down, or they weren't in sync and they weren't, moving. Like, say the smokes were supposed to happen in 2 minutes and they didn't happen, then that throws off everything else. We're gonna go to another objective now. VRATH in the lead, 2-1 still. We're going to the Chinatown objective.
This is my favorite objective on Subway, besides the North one. North one's great.
You know what my favorite objective is?
Of all time?
The one we cap on.
Ooh, touche.
Of all time? That's a tough one, man. I don't know. Favorite objective of all time?
I think mine is Quarantine Gas Station.
I think mine's Snow Peak Big Tunnel.
It's a good one. It's a good one. You got great defensive positions, and it's fun to attack on Marsoc. That said, we are diving into round 3 here. Really close map 2 between BossFight and VRATH. VRATH were able to pull off a cap on round 1, in case you're just joining us and you missed it. That was a really strong comeback after a miserable map 1 for VRATH. Viper getting
VRATH
super aggressive.
The south stairs, but are opting to push north with Tomapoland and Snowbird. She's going to take some time. Shots ringing out. Bobby in a firefight with Viper. Bobby and Vegas.
Yeah, Viper did get tagged. He's going to have to use that syringe on himself, and he's going to fall back. Meanwhile, on the north approach, we have Tomapoland all by himself with Snowbird following suit, but at a good distance in case Tom gets C4'd or something.
I want to say that there's a C4 somewhere.
Did they move and place one? I don't see one anywhere. I didn't also look too hard.
Well, unless Scooby still has his on his chest. You might. Still have yours? No, all I see is a clacker. So there's a C4 somewhere. Nobody else is rocking a specialist class.
Yeah, I don't see it in the tree at all, so it's...
Highfish also has specialist, but it doesn't look like he has a clacker on him.
Looks like it's just a mystery at this point.
Yeah, there's a C4 somewhere. Viper sees Tom of Poland in the north.
Is Vegas prone? Oh yeah, he is. Okay. Thought he was playing dead again. I don't think that works here. Ooh, nice shot by Snowbird. Finds Viper as he's trying to put some pressure on that shield.
Radar now coming up to the corner.
Snowbird try to communicate to Tom, hey, don't go so aggressively. Move back a little. Ooh, Legel finds Vegas. That's in a nice trade. Wonder if he's going to get that revive. Oh, Vegas finds Legel. Going for the revive.
Scooby finds him with a nade.
2 down Main Street.
Wow, I'm not sure what happened there.
Every time I look away, someone gets shot. Gaylord finds Highfish.
Just hate it when people get shot.
It's so annoying.
So violent.
Right?
There was the C4. I don't know where it was, but I heard it go off.
I don't know either.
2 versus 3. VRATH have 3 defenders still up, and Tom Poland and Snowbird are still pushing that north approach. They just let Gaylord here, creep up and get into this objective area. They'll have a pretty good line on whoever shoots at the shield, which I think is what I would do. I'd get in a position and let my shield bait out some shots. Ooh, he might have been seen right there by Scooby.
Yeah, Scooby's watching that access point like a hawk. Let me turn on lasers and we'll really know. Oh, he does find Gaylord with a beautiful headshot. So it's now a 2v2 situation here between VRATH and BossFight. We've got a shield, though. That's going to really complicate things for BossFight on their defense.
Scooby-Doo goes down to Snowbird as he was looking for that shield.
Yeah, I'm loving the synergy here between Snowbird and Tom. She's been doing a fantastic job picking people off, looking for Tom. Now it's a 2v1 situation. Not looking good for BossFight. Oh, Tom does manage to tag Radar. He could just keep distracting and then have Snowbird run around the corner and take him out.
I mean, I think Tom has the advantage here. I don't really think Radar has a very good way. He's going to try and prop the shield up and cap. He's going for cap.
Oh, my goodness. If he pulls this off. Oh, my goodness. Oh, wow. VRATH will take map 2 in one of the most ballsy plays I have ever seen in the league.
Oh, my God. I love it.
That was amazing. That was just pure ingenious ingenuity. That's the word I'm looking for.
And now, VRATH back in the game, tying it up. It's now 5-4, 1 map each. Going on to map number 3, which is BossFight's pick. Wow.
Wonder what it's going to be. I mean, after an amazing play like that, BossFight got to be nervous.
It's got to be long range, right? You've got to go back to what? Snow Peak?
Maybe.
BossFight's played it 6 times and won it 4 times. VRATH has played it twice and won it 0. Yeah, I'd go with Snow Peak, and I'm pretty sure they've played each other on it. Oh, they played Snow Peak Night against it. And VRATH won. Huh.
We might see Bazaar. I mean, it wasn't banned. So,
yeah, Bazaar is pretty weak on the VRATH side. 27 with 6 wins. And on the BossFight side, they've got 43 and 24 wins.
Yeah, I think we might see a Bazaar pick.
Let's see. So these teams are ranked number 4 worldwide, BossFight, and ranked number 16 worldwide, VRATH. But if VRATH manages to take the next map, I think that would drop BossFight down a bit. And you were right. We are going to see Bazaar for map number 3.
solid map choice. All things considered, you get a little bit of close range, a little bit of distance. And you got that Kiot objective, which is really easy to get capped on or cap on, depending on the situation.
Oh, it's east objective. Oh, you mean the Kiot's an option?
Right, yeah. Sorry.
Oh, I gotcha.
Potentially, they'll play the Kiot objective.
Thought we were seeing two different things here. I was like, it's gonna make for a weird cast if they're going for a different objective. It doesn't look like we're getting anybody changed out on either team.
Yep, no roster changes. Just the same rostered player going throughout the series here. I think that's the best thing to do sometimes, like just if it's working out well with everyone and it goes to map 3 series decider, you don't really want to start like changing the algorithm of your players up, right? Like you want to kind of be consistent. Depends though. I mean, if someone's just not having a good day, then for sure sub them out. But
how does it feel when you get subbed out, Wookie?
I mean, it's it's tough because you want to keep playing, but you also want more, the rest of the team to play and contribute as well. It's depends really. Sometimes you want to ride that momentum though, and you don't want to get traded out.
Map 3, round number 1 for all the marbles. VRATH on defense, east objective. And BossFight not getting the quick spawn.
No, they got, in fact, the furthest spawn possible.
It's our ultimate goal, Radar, but we're not rushing it.
Someone watch the cross into south, please. Someone cross into south.
Watching. Still watching.
BossFight really concerned about a far east flanker crossing towards that tank. Doesn't look like VRATH will opt to do that, though. They're going to have a pretty tight defense overall.
And there comes the drone. There goes the drone. There comes the drone. I don't know. Words are hard, guys. Here comes the drone.
Drones unleashed.
Can you smell what the drone is cooking?
Smells like burnt motors. It's hot out there in Bazaar.
Going to be using that drone to clear the Kiot, which is really difficult to do if you do it man to man. So using a drone, smart way to go. Don't lose any players. And BossFight's getting a nice little circle around the Bazaar. Allegio pushing up towards the scaffolding. That's the word I'm looking for. And Viper and Highfish on the north side behind the Kiot. All of the VRATH defenders are pretty tucked in on the objective. I think I've seen some of these positions before, though, so I think that BossFight is going to be ready for them. Like Bobby's position here, I believe, has been used against BossFight before.
Wow, yeah, I mean, this is looking like a pretty standard defense layout. Got one guy in the northeast, you got Bobby over here in the little courtyard, and then the 3 remaining defenders near objective. Pretty standard layout, I would say.
Drone is now going towards Vegas. Looks like Vegas is going to try and hide from it. Vegas just keeps switching sides on the wall, but I'm pretty sure he got called out because the drone stopped moving for a second.
It's really hard to fly through Bazaar, especially in this area. I don't know why, but there's like tons of hidden like hitboxes that you can't fly through. Drone does go down, though, when it flies over the objective. That's probably considered a no-fly zone.
FAA approval needed.
Right. Deadly force authorized.
Scooby just rushing up towards the objective windows to pop smoke. Brad going out, finds Tomapola, and Scooby-Doo's now inside.
Scooby's on objective, and
Scooby
there's so much
tablet out.
smoke. Oh, no. Scooby might be capping here if Gaylord isn't quick enough. Oh, Gaylord finds him through the smoke. Scooby's down. He's going to get a revive on Tom now. Viper throwing a flashbang. I don't think it found anybody. Viper's coming back through with a shield. Going to take out both of those defenders. Snowbird takes out the backside of Viper, though. Legel's going to try and refrag the blue room. Does indeed find it.
Vegas coming in from the north side now. Those shots from Highfish going to give his position away. He's coming in. He finds Highfish. Lego finds him. Bobby finds Highfish as well. Now it's Bobby versus Legel. Viper's making the call out to the guy in the east.
Legel has all the power here. I mean, he's got call-outs coming. He knows where Bobby basically is. I don't think that grenade went where he wanted it to.
Bobby
Wow.
knows that someone's in blue room. I mean, he's pushing.
Yeah, Bobby does seem to know. Legel probably hears Bobby at this point.
I mean, technically, Bobby doesn't have to do anything.
Yeah, I mean,
He
this
knows
is
where Legel is.
yeah, this is the perfect position. He doesn't have to move. Legel needs to move or do something because he can run out of time if he doesn't at least push and pressure Bobby to rotate. Oh, we're gonna bait him out. This is so intense.
Wow.
Only problem is Viper is still sitting there down, just calling all of Bobby's positioning out.
Actually, I don't know if he can see him. He's inside the building.
Oh, yeah, you're right. He can't see him anymore. So, oh, man, 30 seconds on the clock. Legel is going to run out of time here.
Yeah, Bobby just needs to play the time. Legel's going for it. Bobby sees him. Bobby finds him.
VRATH
VRATH,
pickup.
take it.
Wow.
Oh, yes, from Bobby there.
Wow. Beautiful round one coming from VRATH. Great push, though, by BossFight. They just, unfortunately, VRATH was able to answer back on every turn.
Yeah, this is one of those objectives where, like, even if you pick someone, there's overlapping fields of fire. And so you have to pick a couple. You can't just pick one and move into that spot. It's still going to get fired on. Just refrag after refrag after refrag.
Yep, it was definitely refrag city going on right now. Scoreline is evened up. It is currently 5-5.
Now, can VRATH push in? Are we going to see dual shields again? And we're going to see another cap.
That'll be really interesting on a map as, well, spread out as Bazaar. I mean, you usually see double shields on like Tanker and Cargo, but on Bazaar, that's... If they get it to work, it might pay off. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't like giving up that many rifles, like I said previously in casts. It's just... You're turning down the amount of rounds down range that you have. Here we go. Next round. Round number 2. Map number 3. BossFight versus VRATH. Season 9. Week 14.
not gonna rush it. We're not gonna rush it.
VRATH are going to get the quick spawn. Are they going to push it? I see one shield on Snowbird.
They're saying don't rush it, but I think when life throws you lemons, you got to make lemonade, and I think you should at least get that early foothold that the quick spawn allows for. Snowbird's going to make a dangerous cross along the north. Doesn't get caught out, though, by the defender, although I think his laser is now looking for someone. I don't know if he saw Snowbird or not. Drone, of course, coming out. Going to do a little recon, similar to what we saw with BossFight.
Radar's looking for the drone.
Pretty spread out Marsoc attack.
Well, that drone not being as effective as the last one.
Snowbird will use that to her advantage, though. She's going to get behind the cover. Wow, that defender wasn't looking.
Let me check. I don't have line of sight from my current spot. Give me a second. Give me a second.
Gaylord picks up high fish on a weird rotation. I don't know if he was rotating or if he was there the whole time, but
Yeah, that was
the south side of
strange.
this wall. So exposed.
Yeah, that was an interesting position by High Fish. I don't know if he originally was there. I just had the map overlay up a moment ago. I totally missed it. Radar, though, still looking for, I think, Snowbird. He may have seen Snowbird on that cross earlier. Not entirely sure. But defenders are now a little spooked because they lost their defender on that east courtyard. So now it's kind of hard to tell where the attack is coming from. VRATH, though, have a very spread out Marsoc layout. So it's kind of hard to say for sure where they're going to end up pushing in from, but I would say probably the north.
Vegas is doing his best Legionnaires impression, and he is
I
prone
saw that.
for no reason in the middle of the street.
I was just looking
The
at that.
entire map spent on your stomach.
In real life, he should be making so much noise right now. Viper taking shots at someone, not sure who. Viper opting to just use irons. Ooh,
Scooby finds Tom.
Bobby does find radar
One
head
down center, Kayat. Bulletproof gate.
on the
is
north.
preventing me from double tapping.
Now it's just a few defenders here. Vegas gonna find Scooby. Now objective is pretty much open except for Viper, but he's about to get taken out too by Gaylords. Now Bobby is
Wow, going for that that confirm, and he gets tagged in the back. Now Legil pushing out from blue room finds Gaylord or Bobby.
ooh man,
I
that
thought
was
Bobby
close.
had that. Bobby hit him.
Yeah, I thought he had
Legil's
it
throwing a
too.
C4,
Oh,
it's gonna find
Gaylord's gonna.
Gaylord. Oh, air burst C4.
Snowbird is the only man up. Gonna get Vegas though, so now we got two members of VRATH.
Vegas is gonna run right onto that frag. Oh man.
Oh, but Vegas does find Legil's bullets, unfortunately, after
Legil
all
rotating
that.
all over the place. Checks the north stairs.
Call
Or
out.
checks the north hallway. Doesn't know where.
He does get called out though by that downed VRATH player.
Snowbird asking for more specific callouts on Legil's position.
Wonder if Legil's gonna risk going for a confirm because I think Snowbird will catch him if he does it.
Yeah, it looks like he's.
She still has that shield, so I mean. Oh, Legil's gonna go for the confirm now. Snowbird using that opportunity to push up and get closer to objective. Oh, never mind. She's opting to run around to the north.
Yeah, because then she only has one
Yeah.
point to defend straight ahead of her.
Yep, very smart move by Snowbird.
Snowbird finds Legel, and VRATH go up 2 points.
VRATH. I think they are warmed up. I think they're bringing the heat now for BossFight, and they're in a bit of trouble here. Still a little early on in map 3, but VRATH are now in cap range, so next time they play Marsoc, they will be in prime positioning to take map 3.
Yeah, and our next objective is going to be what? Where are we at? Ice cream truck objective, South Central. As long as they can defend this one. This one's pretty... I feel like a lot of the Bazaar ones are harder to defend because there's just so much cap range on most of the objectives, and they're like inside and outside of the building. So you have to check, and by the time you run around to the entrance of the building, you know, they've already capped.
Yeah, exactly.
Round number 3.
Alright.
Let's do this.
There you are.
Guys, hooks in, come on, heads on the game. We're fucking... Anybody got a frag for me? Anybody got a frag for me? No frags, no frags.
No
No
frags.
frags, no frags.
I'm
No
gonna
one's
need
got a
one.
frag. Okay, well, never mind.
They're all just trading gear at the very beginning.
Okay.
No, I didn't know you weren't taking one.
That's good teamwork right there.
Watch for scaffolding flank.
You're going there.
Early shots from Scooby-Doo, and the callouts come out in blue room. More shots from radar onto objective building.
Yeah.
Let's take a look. Overhead, Viper is going around on the far east side. Nobody over there to oppose him. Also, the defense looks like it's stacked, waiting for this quick spawn push. West.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what Radar and Legel are trying to do. I think they're very indecisive here. They're just like, let's end up going to the north. Maybe they'll opt to fly around towards Viper's positioning. Yep. Ooh, Highfish does find Gaylords up there in the building. Definitely makes that west cross a lot easier. Unfortunately, most of BossFight have opted to go along the east, so...
Got one. Like he's downed at least.
And Vegas is still in the south side of that western approach for objective hallway.
Got a pretty good spread from the defense. A little concerned, though. I mean, if they take out Tama Poland, there's not really anyone near OBJ because of that one defender way out in the south. As is tradition, the drone comes out. The Royal drone is now being flown around, as is tradition.
Drone is scanning the south side. Bobby with the south position. I think he just called out. As the drone has stopped moving.
Yep, Vegas getting called out right now. They don't realize that there's a second defender on Vegas's position.
Legel and Radar moving off of that info in the southeast. I'm gonna be trying to find those shots. Let's see if Legel tries to go through the building. You can't go through anymore. Yeah, you can't go through that building.
It drives me nuts. I discovered that the other day. I was like, oh, why can't I do that?
Bobby's spot in the south here, though, is pretty good.
Yeah, this is a great position to be if you're Marsoc. You can see all those crosses. Right now, he's missing that cross. Who is that? Vegas?
Vegas.
Yeah, I've just missed that Vegas cross. Ooh, and we have a defender. That's a really good spot. That is that
Yeah,
Snowbird?
that's where I was talking about.
Yeah.
Wait. Which one?
Uh,
Talking about Bobby in the south.
Yes, Bobby in the south.
Here.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good
Because
spot.
you can see like the entire south approach.
Yeah, I just realized that based on the laser. I was like, whoa. Oh, Bobby is going to be looking for Legel now, who took shots. Oh,
Legel finds
Legel.
Bobby instead. Ooh.
He was totally ready for that position. Now we got 2 attackers coming in from the south. Vegas is going to have to take those guys out because I don't think these other 2 defenders can risk moving.
Snowbird does have a C4 in the hallway coming from the north behind her. Legel's now
Classic.
looking for Vegas. Nope. Vegas sees Legel. Downs him. Doesn't double tap.
Snowbird does call out Radarhead's position, and he opts to fall back and approach from another direction. Viper is just prone here in front of the take, just crawling L Vegas style. Looking for a pick on Tom.
That sniper rifle and a drum mag. The only way to go.
Oh, hell yeah. Those drum mags on snipers, man. Totally overrated. Oh, is he going to find the line here? Doesn't quite see it. Tom is doing a great job staying tucked. Not letting any body part exposed. Don't want to like get your elbow shot off. Radar does get a revive on Legel. That's unfortunate that Vegas was unable to confirm that.
Ooh,
Viper
Tom
going
gets
to
shot
walk
in the
right into
arm.
Snowbird's trap. She takes out him. El Vegas found Radar Head. Now Scooby is going for objective. Tom knows he's there. He throws a grenade, forces Scooby to run around to the stairs on top of OBJ.
Scooby comes around the backside. Snowbird downs Tom in the back. Snowbird finds High Fish.
Wow. 2.5.
30 seconds left.
Legel's
Legel's coming
pushing.
for her. Oh, Snowbird gets him in a trade. Boss fight. Take the first point on map number 3.
Yeah, that was a really strong attack by BossFight. They almost ran out of time, though.
Yeah, and the panic shots from Snowbird hitting Tom on objective was a unfortunate mistake because that would have been really good positioning for the last 2 with 30 seconds left.
Yeah, I missed that. I was wondering how Tom went down because no one had an angle on him. He took out Scooby, and then next thing I know, he was down. So, really unfortunate team kill there. Legel doing work for BossFight, though, currently 8-3. Snowbird also doing pretty well in VRATH with a nice 6-2.
But, you know, VRATH could come back and cap it here and end the series. I mean, they got 2 points. They're ahead.
Yep. Just like we talked about before this round started, VRATH are in prime position to take map 3 if they can pull off a cap, and they've been doing that really well all day. Well, I should say map 2. I shouldn't say all day.
Yeah, map 1 didn't go their way.
Not at all. But, I mean, BossFight had a pretty bad map 2 themselves, so I don't know. It's so hard to tell what's going to happen here. This might go into a 3-3 series decider.
Well, the good news for VRATH is they don't have to get a cap here. They could just get the kills and go up 3rd point, and BossFight still can't win with a cap. And then VRATH just have to defend and win. So, you know, either way, I think VRATH has the advantage right now.
Absolutely. Great point. BossFight still just have 1 point on the board. Even if they did that, get that cap, is just bring them a little bit closer to victory, but
Now Tom's running the shield for VRATH this time, spawning in the northeast side of the map. Looks like Viper is going to go over there to meet them in the southeast. Bobby's going to get a little aggressive with his drone. He needs to tuck behind cover if he's going to start flying that thing.
Some amazing aggression coming out of VRATH right now. They know that they pretty much have an advantage right now.
Snowbird just laying fire down on the objective. Tom crossing the tank. No smokes used to make this cross in the east. Vegas now in blue room. Bobby's flying his drone. Tom is in the South Street all by himself, which I think is not a great position for the shield to be. I definitely think it needs to have at least one backup. Drone does go down. Viper's trying to be as quiet as possible and hide in this little building here. He does have a C4 on his chest still, so he could use that as an explosive. He's just letting everyone get past him. Tom is now. Tom's past him in the south field.
Looks like someone may have spotted Tom, though. They're watching that crack in the wall where he was. I think Viper hears him. Smoke's coming out of by Snowbird or someone, but they are pushing into that courtyard, and Viper may have a problem on his hands.
Yeah, Tom was just called out.
They don't know he's a shield, though. They just hear him talking.
Nope, they called out enemy shield in our spawn.
There it is, then.
I've never seen this before. Tom prone with the shield in front of him on top of these boxes.
I know.
I've never seen that.
I'm seeing some really ingenious plays by VRATH today. I'm very excited we casted this match because this is crazy.
Viper still here waiting. Snowbird giving a little whistle. Bobby sneaking up on him.
Oh, yeah. I think Bobby knows exactly where Viper might be because of that earlier call out. Who was doing the whistles? Oh, Snowbird was.
Snowbird, yep. Bobby's going prone.
He's getting jiggy with it.
There's an enemy in the metal shack in our spawn, and there's an enemy in LaJill Hall.
Oh, that's from Scooby. Oh, Bobby's not ready for it. He does not know Viper's there.
Ah, man. They try to get that refrag on Viper, though. They're chasing him down. Viper doing some good guerrilla tactics where he kills and moves backwards, right? Falls back to a better position. Still just dumping rounds into that shield player. My focus is kind of on Viper still, though. I want to see what happens here. Gaylord might find him. Scooby found Snowbird.
Viper now pushing Gaylord. Nope. Yes.
Yes.
Legil and Tomapola in a firefight. Tom throws the C4 and takes himself out. Wookie, you know how that feels.
Highfish killed Scooby and an accidental team kill.
And Vegas is creeping up on the objective all alone.
Well, we all know he's very good at that. Let's ride along from Vegas's point of view for a moment here. I don't think they know he's there. He was the one guy that was flanking way around in the northwest while everyone else is rushing east. So this might play into his advantage.
See, Highfish is watching the backside of objective.
They're all focused on that south approach. I don't think they're ready for Vegas at all. Oh no. He does take out
Vegas
Radar
takes
Head.
The shots. He comes around. Highfish takes him down. Man.
That was a great window Highfish was in at that particular moment in time. It was just perfect positioning through and through.
Oh, Legil downing himself with the C4 to kill his shield in spawn.
It happens, man. You think that you're behind cover, but there's like a sliver, like a small crack that exposes you to the C4 raycast, and you go down. Like you blow your big toe off or something, and it's just too much.
Yeah. Too much damage.
That's
Oh,
a lot
no.
of damage.
The score is 2-2, and we're going to the Kiat objective.
Ah, man. This couldn't
Like
be
the
worse for
worst.
VRATH right now.
The worst option.
Both teams in cap range on Kiat. So if BossFight, don't pull this off, VRATH will also have a chance to cap on the Kiat objective. And if that doesn't work out, then it's going to be a 3-3 round 7 decider.
On the West objective.
Yep. True.
Wow. It's so tense.
I'm going to turn on my heart rate monitor. I'm just curious.
Yeah, I should probably have mine on when I do casts. Right. Those are the beeps. The round is starting.
Remember to learn the code.
Do not kill the last guy. Do not kill the last guy.
2287570. Right, so let's go around south. Scoop's going for the scoop position no matter what.
Yeah, I fish go with scoop.
I'm buddying up with radar.
Push across here.
Good to know that VRATH still has high
I'm going,
spirits.
far north. I'm crossing far north.
They seem like a spirited team.
Vegas in the east here, missing the cross on his peak. And missing the guy in blue room. Just not staying there long enough. Does call it out.
Oh, okay, good. That's good that he decides not to engage, but relay that information. Yep, he calls out that northeast approach.
But BossFight, doing what they do, are getting around both sides very well. You look at the overhead, they've got 3 in the east and 2 in the southwest.
Vegas does take that drone out. Snowbird and Vegas, I think, are going to be ready for that west push, though, from BossFight.
Yeah,
Yes.
Scooby and Highfish pushing up into the blue room, and they're just looking. I mean, they heard the shots, so they know someone's there.
Oh, they know Snowbird's up there because of the drone.
Yeah.
Hi, Fish, can you go all the way to West Watch and clear West Watch?
Shots from
Legel
Legel from the far northeast.
almost found Bobby. Oh, wait, never mind. Sorry. I thought he was inside the shack for some reason.
Yeah, no, Legel's just pre-firing those shacks, making sure nobody's there. But Vegas is in a decent spot, too, now. On the north, looking down the street.
Yeah, but he might get caught. Who is that? High Fish might catch the backside of Vegas right now.
Oh, yeah. There it is.
Snowbird
still
might.
there. Snowbird going for a run.
I don't think she.
Moving
Oh,
towards Scooby.
well, she heard Scooby, so she knows he's there. Oh. Scooby does have to heal himself, but he won that fight. And now it's just 3 defenders left on Kiat. Ooh, grenades coming out. Wow, dual grenade does find Legel, though. Four members of BossFight plus 1 downed still in it. So VRATH only has 3 members, and this is definitely the worst objective to be outnumbered on.
Absolutely. Are we throwing a random flash into just running away?
They're just trying to play mind games at this point. Viper could go get that revive though, and no one could stop. Oh wait, Gaylord might be able to see him. I take it. Oh yep, Radar Head is reviving Legel. So now it's 5v3. Circumstances could not be worse for VRATH trying to defend Kiat right now.
225 left.
Oh, Gaylords almost finds Viper through the window.
Gaylord makes a rotation across the door. Legel sees him, doesn't take the shots, but is just waiting, holding that angle. Which is all he needs to do with 5 up still. I mean, they've got the man advantage. Smokes out from Legel, covering Radar's approach. Bobby's right there. Gaylordzik is right across. There we go. Legel finds him. Radar comes in. Bobby doesn't see him. Bobby misses him running into the objective. There are 5 members of BossFight on the objective. 4 members of BossFight now on the objective.
And Scooby is capping. Oh, but Tom finds him. Highfish is capping now. Radar is capping. There's just so many people capping. Oh, wow. That was really close.
That was a cap, but BossFight decided to shoot.
Well, now VRATH have the opportunity to cap on Kiat.
Yeah, I definitely don't think that was the plan.
I don't think so.
I don't think that's what they want.
Everyone just goes running in there though with tablet out. It was kind of funny. I saw like 3 members of BossFight ready to cap. Scooby goes down, and then there's another one upstairs, and then Highfish.
Viper and Radar got stuck in each other upstairs.
Yeah.
All around great play.
Tense
High
round.
level teamwork and planning.
I have 100 beats per minute right now. That's way too high for just sitting here, you guys.
Well, what's your resting?
Like 60?
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, I have a feeling if Vegas plays its cards right, that we're gonna see like a super sneaky cap come out of him. But I don't want to make too many predictions because they usually come back to bite me in the butt.
VRATH are spawning in the southeast, which gives them the ability to push up into that east courtyard pretty aggressively.
No, you cannot go wide anywhere.
Okay.
Snowbird rocking the shield.
We can right at the very start, just follow straight back.
VRATH, their opening comms seem a lot more relaxed. I think BossFight feels very tense. They're on that map. They're about to get that, 4th score to win the map, and they don't want to lose it. Oh no, Snowbird does go down to Scooby.
Shield dead east, shield dead east, shield dead east.
Bobby ain't sad, kind of stuck in a tricky situation now. He can't make that cross without exposing himself to Scooby. He's stuck. He's gonna have to rely on Gaylords to take out Scooby. That's his best bet. I don't think that's gonna happen.
See if Tom can pull this out here. He's gonna do the peek onto Scooby.
Highfish found El Vegas on that cross, so There goes my prediction.
Oh, Scooby finds
Enemy
Tom.
down.
Isn't that sliver of a window? It's just so hard to shoot.
Gaylord moving in on Scooby. Scooby hears that grenade pin.
Wait, Bobby's had smokes this whole time, and he's just now using them for the cross.
Gaylord went exactly where Scooby was. He was just lagging behind a little too long.
Scooby placed defensive smokes to cover his rotation out of the building.
This is looking really dicey now. All members of BossFight still up against VRATH. We just have 2.5 members right now.
Yeah, pretty sure that they know exactly where Gaylord Zik is.
Definitely. And I hate those stairs that Gaylord is on right now. It's just, it's a death trap most of the time. He needs to just fall back and approach from a different direction. Scooby's pointing at him.
High Fish finds Bobby.
Oh, man.
Down in the west.
This is not looking good for VRATH right now.
Vegas down in the street. Not able to really give any call outs except for like a one guy.
I'm surprised Vegas didn't. Well, he might have been making call outs, but I feel like he could have
Take a look
warned
at the
Bobby.
overhead. The rotations are coming out when they know where this last guy is. High Fish now going to the crack. He's going to stop Gaylord. He's going to get shot in the back as he goes north. He's getting pushed from in front. Viper and Ledge will both take him. Yeah, he was pretty much pinned.
Yeah, he was very pinned. And BossFight will win the series here. Impressive plays by both teams.
Yeah, very good plays from both sides. We saw some crazy stuff that we hadn't seen before. We saw some really ballsy caps. Final score 9-6.
Pretty close. I mean, VRATH just got a little sloppy there on that key out objective, both speaking in terms of Marsoc attacks and defense. But other than that, I mean, they played such a great series overall. Although we just won't talk about map 1.
Yeah, they definitely warmed up on map number 2, and then their comms were good and everything, and they just couldn't compete. BossFight just locking it down.
Yeah,
with some good comms of their own, good map awareness.
I think that was ultimately the key. Like you said, with quarantine for BossFight, they have a call out for every objective, and that's true here at BossFight on Bazaar. They had a call out for every position that VRATH found themselves in, and I think that communication was really key here. But that said, I think that'll do it for us today. Thank you everyone for joining us. Do you have any last words, Trip?
You can come watch the SMC versus Fireteam Alpha match later tonight.
Oh, yes. Don't forget that, guys. That's getting casted by, was it Nightfire and Control for Elite?
Nightfire and Xandria at 9 Eastern, so in 3.5 hours-ish. Also, Legionnaires Blaze, casted by... well, the website says TFH and TFH on Wrestling too, so I'm just going to go with it. I like it. Yeah.
He'll be co-casting.
And then more matches on Sunday. Maybe we'll see some last-minute challenges as teams are fighting for that top 7 spot so they can get out of the wild card. And then the wild card will be next weekend. This is the last week of regular season, so there will not be any cast next week until the weekend.
And on that note, I think I'll sign off. I am Wookie with just one E and Triple Nipple as my co-caster. Thanks all for tuning in. I'll see you guys later.
Night, everybody.